Rick Scott says the plan would cost the state too much, even with more than $2 billion in federal help. He also expresses concern that Florida could be on the hook for another $3 billion because of cost overruns, and that ridership would not offset enough of the operating expenses. Rail advocates of both parties believe the $2.4 billion in federal money was a once-in-a-lifetime gift that's now being lost. Scott's announcement to turn down the money is getting a lot of reaction, as if somebody pulled the emergency brake on a speeding train. In almost every speech, Rick Scott makes this point. In almost every speech he makes, Rick Scott makes it clear he wants no part of federal bailouts or stimulus money.
Those temporary resources allowed our state and our local governments to spend way beyond their means. Good morning.
Today, in a hastily called press conference, he stayed true to his principles by saying no to $2.4 billion to build a high-speed rail line from Tampa to Orlando with a stop in Lakeland.
The truth is that this project would be far too costly to taxpayers, and I believe the risk far outweighs the benefits.
Scott believes the projected construction costs and ridership levels are too optimistic. He also doesn't trust promises that private contractors will pick up all the cost overruns.
Capital cost overruns from the project could put Florida taxpayers on the hook for an additional $3 billion.
In a written statement, Republican Senator Marco Rubio supported Rick Scott's decision, saying, "Our state and country simply cannot continue spending borrowed money on every new idea that comes along." Democratic Senator and rail supporter Bill Nelson is exploring ways to build the rail line whether Rick Scott likes it or not.
We have the lawyers in the Department of Transportation that are now doing the research.
So for now, it looks like Florida's loss may be California's gain. The U.S. Transportation Secretary is expected to direct the $2.4 billion toward a high-speed rail project connecting L.A. to San Francisco.
So it's particularly devastating today that Governor Scott has returned those jobs, those infrastructure dollars, sent them to other states, and Florida will not have the benefit of putting people to work.
Now, the other clear winner in today's announcement, the Tea Party, which supported Rick Scott in his campaign and generally opposes rail transit of all kinds. The biggest loser could be the Tampa Bay area, Tampa in particular.